ready, Nathan?
Hey y'all, Dyin Barbecue coming back again. If you're coming back to the channel, welcome back. If it's your first time here, hey, thanks for checking us out. Today we're going to be doing some pork ribs. I'm going to do these just like I do them in my backyard. You know, if I had people coming over or whatever. I'm not going to get real crazy on these. Just going to kind of show you what I like to do with them. So, first thing I like to do is come on the back side here, get that membrane. Now I like to try to pull my membrane from right here in the center. It seems to make it a little easier to get it to come off. So I just go ahead and get my fingers underneath it, and then we'll just try to pull this baby off. Some of them are a little harder to get off than others. Some of them come off real easy, you know. Just kind of depends. You can use a paper towel if you want to, but I don't ever use one. So there we go. We got the membrane off of there. And now then what I like to do is I like to take off these last few little bones here. These make good cook snacks, if you want to call them that. So these will be done. You can have your little snack while you're waiting on the ribs to get finished up. So I'm gonna go ahead and just lop those bones off. Something like that. So there we got it. It's kind of looking squared up. If there's any rib ends, you can see them here. We got a few rib ends on there. And I'm just gonna try to square that up just a little bit. Again, not necessary, but I like to kind of get some of those off of there. Helps to make for a cleaner looking rack. Might kind of take a little off the end here if it looks kind of funky. But that's basically all I'm going to do to them. And now then I'm going to season these up with Pit Boss, the Kansas City barbecue rub. I really kind of like this rub. It's got a nice flavor to it. Puts a real good bark on your meat. It's great on ribs and pork butt. I like it on both of those. So we're gonna get the bone side first, and then we'll come back and hit the meat side. Always shake your spice up from the meat. That way you don't get any clumps on it. You know, keep it up high. That way you get a nice even coating. And you can take and just kind of pick up any excess that's on the board here. There we go. We got those ribs all seasoned up. Flies are trying to get me. But we got the ribs all seasoned up. Now I'm gonna get over there, fire up the smoker. We're gonna be cooking today at 250 degrees. We'll get into that. Right now I'm gonna fire up the Pit Boss. We're back. Those ribs have been resting with that rub on them for, I don't know, about 15-20 minutes, just till that smoker got heated up. You can see we got real nice color on them. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take and throw those on here. Just open it up. I like to put them on this side of my grill. Something like that. Now we're gonna let those babies, oh, I almost forgot. Got the cook snack here. Put that on there too. Now I'm gonna let those things rock and roll at 250 degrees for about 2 hours. Then I'm gonna come in and wrap them up. We'll go into all that. Hey, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, punch the like button. We're doing pork ribs out here on the Pit Boss. Alright, those ribs have been on here about an hour. They're looking pretty good. We got some pretty nice color on them. I'm just gonna spritz them. I'm just using water. You can use whatever you want to in your spritz bottle. I'm just using water today. Just kind of give them a little moisture. We'll let them go about another hour. All right, so we've been smoking about 2 hours. I think it's time to wrap them babies up. I'm gonna get into it and show you how to do that. Alright, there we got them all wrapped up. We're gonna put them back on the pit boss, meat side down, for about another 2 hours. See if we can't get some pullback on that bone. Alright, so those ribs have been wrapped up about an hour and 45 minutes, and I think they're about where I want them to be. We're gonna get those babies out, see if we can unwrap them, see what we got. Got some real nice bone pull on these. Hey, I'm about to throw those back on there for about another 45 minutes. I'm not gonna sauce these, but I'm gonna show you what I like to do with my ribs if I'm not gonna add a barbecue sauce. Here we go. So yeah, I like to kind of roll up the drippings in here, that sauce that rendered off while they were wrapped in the full. And I just like to keep that sauce because I'm gonna use it later on. Alright, so that liquid in there, that's what I'm gonna use to baste these ribs. I'm gonna baste them about every 15 minutes for the last 45 minutes that they're on here. Hey, we're about to turn out some pork ribs. Alright, so it's been about 15 minutes, and I'm gonna add this sauce. This is just the sauce I got off those ribs. I didn't add anything to it, nothing like that. Sauce them up. Alright, so these ribs have been on there about another 45 minutes. We're about to pull them off. I've been mopping them with that sauce that I just got from the ribs in the full. That's all I've been using on them. We're gonna get them out of here and see what we got. There we got them. No sauce. Just a nice good barbecue cook. Hey, we're gonna let these rest about 15-20 minutes, and then we're gonna slice into them, see what we got. Alright, so we're gonna get into slicing these babies up. They've rested long enough. Now what I find is if you take some sauce, put it out on your board here, kind of get a little moisture on there. It's a lot easier to cut these ribs if they're laying meat side down. That way you can see the bone on them. So, we're gonna cut those babies up. Now you just gotta flip them back over. There you go. Ribs out there on the pit boss. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, punch that like button. This is what we're doing all the time. Grilling and smoking and grilling, stuff you can do in your backyard.